Guys, sorry about the absence. I'd like to talk today about something very interesting, interesting to me, and maybe it's interesting to you. It's definitely something that's worth a bit of investment of thought and time to kind of reflect on. This idea of the devil and of demons. What are they? If you look at religion, if you look at mythology, and they'll teach you that basically the devil is something external outside. It's in the unseen realms. It's trying to corrupt humanity. It's trying to bring us down into hell to rebel against God. And that it was something beautiful and an angelic form that rebelled and was cast down. And you look at demons, and they're like the minions of the devil, right? They're all feeding on negative energy. They're unable to connect to God, and so the only way for them to feed themselves is to latch onto the negativity generated by humanity. And so they'll be drawn into and start sucking energy from those of us who are generating a lot of that negative energy, and even trying to whisper and convince us to generate more. My proposal is that this is all happening inside of you. This isn't something external at all, and it never was. All these major religions have it completely backwards. They have real information. They've tapped into something that's genuine, but they just don't have the wisdom to see this is a psychological phenomenon. This is something that happens in us. We have little demons. We have a devil in us. Have you ever laid down at night and suddenly you just get these horrendous thoughts in your head? They come from nowhere, just like you're imagining someone being cut in half. Or the other night, it was real fun. I was imagining there's basically someone had a centipede up inside them and started biting their insides. This picture, this image, it came from nowhere, and it's horrible. It's the most horrible image ever. And it's like that came from inside of me. That didn't come from outside. That came from a part of me that wanted to generate this fear, or wanted to generate this cringe, or this reaction, and it's feeding off it. This is how our unconscious processes actually work. They need our generated energy to feed off because it's a kind of form of self-validation. If I have this inner horror, this inner feeling of like repulsion, maybe this shadow aspect is actually in alignment with that. And that's what you might call an inner demon. And it will find a way to generate energy out of the conscious mind by stimulating it. It's like this is how the unconscious works. It kind of shoots up a messenger to plant an idea or a seed in your own conscious mind to generate a kind of state. And that state is a moment of validation for itself to exist. And this is how it feeds itself because it's not connected to, quote, God. It's not connected to the higher source of energy. It has to generate these things in itself. Now, these things do exist. Obviously, the people who wrote the Bible or wrote demonology volumes back in the day, they knew that it existed. They just thought that it was something that's outside of you happening and influencing inside of it. So the idea is that it's not. And so what you do with that information, basically don't feed your demons. It requires self-validation. What I prefer to do with the inner demons, the inner Satan, that's trying to destroy you, consume you, self-destruction, take you down the path of complete hedonism and leading you into oblivion, walking away from your highest aligned path. What I prefer to do with these parts of me is, in fact, don't react. Be clear, be emotionally clear. Don't give it the energy it needs to validate. Instead, ask it, why are you trying to validate this particular energy? What happened that created the seed of origin? What's the original memory? Maybe I saw a horror movie one day and maybe it traumatized me in some way. Maybe I watched it too young and maybe that's now trying to perpetuate. Give it some love, give it some empathy. Like, okay, I see you. I see what you're trying to do. I love you. Thank you. Don't resist it. That's what I'm trying to get to. Don't resist. Just be clear. And you're not going to be feeding these demons so much. You're not invalidating their existence. They exist. They're going to always exist in you. we have these parts of us. It's like an inherent instinct of self-destruction. But yeah, just don't feed the demons, and you'll probably feel much better because it'll come up less and less. It'll be weaker and weaker. It's like something starving to death slowly and slowly diminish. Anyway, that's what I wanted to make a video on today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.